welcome to Chichen Itza. To get here, you will have to take the toll road towards Merida. It will take you about 2 hours and 15 minutes to arrive there. You will have to pay 305 pesos in one toll road and 75 pesos in Piste, another toll road. Piste is a really pretty city that you should stop by to see all the architecture as well as eating in the local market. They have delicious food that you could eat for 80 pesos. If you don't want to drive and you want to take a tour, you can find them from 800 pesos all the way to 1200. You could also take a bus. It will cost you 568 pesos round trip, but you must buy your tickets earlier. I will leave the link below. The entrance fee is 168 pesos for Mexicans and 254 for visitors. If you are going to pay with a credit card, they will charge you in two different locations. But don't be afraid, it's just for taxes purposes. So let's begin. Chichen Itza was awarded the title of the World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1988, new seven wonder of the world. And believe me, it is. Right by the entrance, you will be able to see this home that it represents the architecture of the community. They open at 8 a.m., so I arrived early. There are a bunch of places where you can buy souvenirs. It gets really hot in here and it's gonna be a long walk. Believe me, you can spend hours in this area. Bring your water, bring your glasses, and a hat to be able to enjoy all the walk. One of the main attractions that you will find here is the dominating Chichen Itza pyramid of Kukulkan, also known as the Castillo. This majestic building is dedicated to Kukulkan, Serpiente Emplumada. According to the ancient Mayan beliefs, Kukulkan was the god of the wind, the sky, and the sun. He was a supreme leader of the gods, and he portrayed a combination of a rattlesnake and a quetzal bird. He was described as a very merciful and kind, but he could also change his nature and inflict great punishment and suffering on humans. The Mayan were visited by a Caucasian man with blonde hair, blue eyes, and beard, who taught the Mayan about agriculture, medicine, mathematics, and astronomy. He told them that he will come back. He warned the Mayan of another visitor that he will try to conquer them and force them into a new religion. Unfortunately, they welcomed Cortes, thinking that he was the feather serpent. This beautiful building isn't just an impressive architectural achievement, it also uses physics to make bird calls. The example has the ability to mimic the sound of a local bird. The name is the quetzal. So you will have to stand up in front of the pyramid and start clapping. It's 24 meters high and has 9 levels. On each side of the pyramid is a staircase which leads up to a single modest square structure. This building has 2 chambers and they are decorated with Jawa relief panels. Each stairway has 91 steps except the northern side, which has 92. If you add all 4 of them together, will be 365. Seen from above, the stairways imposed on the top of the square pyramid base recalls the Mayan sign of zero. At certain times of the year, for example, the autumn equinox, triangular shadows from different levels of the pyramid are giving the illusion that a huge snake is climbing the building. Another huge structure in Chichen Itza is the Temple of the Warriors. It has tons of columns. Every single column is carved and once had a roof. Right next to it, 1,000 columns. They are actually 200, but they are beautiful. Most of them will have chacmals and jaguars. Now, why do you think that each of these columns was carved? Well, some of the locals will say that it represents the warrior soul, which it means they could fight to the evil from the inside out. It's good to know that the Temple of the Warrior, the Thousand Columns, and the market, they were once connected. This building has two side walls. In the west direction, you will see a feather snake. Also, you could find warriors wearing a mask with the shape of an eagle. Pay attention to the rock. They have eagles and jaguars. Another important information is that a box was found as an offering with greenstones and beads. In the access patio, there is a representation of warriors in the three sides. They have headdress protectors on the left arm, arrows on the back, pectorals, spears, anklets, knee pads, and sandals. Why was this even important? Well, because Chichen Itza has one of the biggest fields to play juego de pelota, which is like a mix between soccer and basketball. Chichen Itza has the biggest field to play this kind of game. It's about 150 meters length by 30 meters wide and 8 meters high. It is really tall, believe me. This game has a symbolism. Astronomical, the ball represented the sun, and the ring was the sunrise and the sunset in the equinox. The ball represented the war and the enemy. The players with the corn on their heads symbolized fertility. The game itself, it was a battle between good and evil. It represented the cosmological duality. Like in most of their cities, the Mayan will also perform sacrifices. You will make a really long walk to arrive here. It's a huge hole with a cenote. You cannot swim in this area. Right next to the cenote, there is a mini store where you could find a huge tunkul. That is this kind of instrument that my baby is playing, but huge. Go and play it. After visiting the cenote, you will get why the name. Chi means mouth or edge. Chen means well. Itza is the name of the group that dominated the peninsula of Yucatan. Itza comes from Itz, which is magic, and He, which it means water. That means they were water magicians. Chichen is a majestic city, and if you come here, I would suggest you to get a guide because it's going to be hard for you to understand the Mayan history. You will also have a chance to ask questions, and you don't have to be worried of where are you going. Believe me, you can get lost in this place because it's really big. And you could miss some of the big structures if you haven't been here. They will charge you $60 up to 100, which is about 1800 Mexican pesos. Do not pay more than 2000 Mexican pesos. Remember, the price is by group, not by person. If they are going to charge you by person, then ask how much first. The Mayan were one of the first civilizations to develop written language so as the use of numbers. The Mayan wrote 800 individual signs. In the word concept of the Mayan, a language including numbers, royal names, titles, dynasty events, names of gods, sculptures, objects, buildings, places, food, etc. They were one of the first civilizations to use this kind of written language. Now let's talk a little bit about the caracol. It is an observatorium. Nobody, like the Mayan, knew about Venus as they did. They actually measure Venus year. Here the wonder of Venus. It's actually 260 days long, which is also the length of a human gestation. That is a really powerful symbolism which may be related to Venus' cycle as a powerful force in human life. The name of this calendar is Tzolk'in. Chichen Itza is a real wonder. The Maya believed that Venus was the sun's companion, and there's such a mystery in here. We only know about three of the six astronomical events. The Maya lived with rich awareness of so many natural cycles: the moon, the sun, the planets, the human birth. They were very susceptible They understood very clear the natural cycles of the human life. So sad that this calendar was forgotten and later was lost even the ability to read the long count of the calendar itself. I encourage you to come and visit. It is beautiful. To enjoy the beauty, you gotta come early. They have also a light show. It's known as Kukulkan Nights. This is a real wonder. Your experience here is going to be spiritual, mystical, and amazing. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. In our next video, I will show you how to arrive to Cozumel from the cargo ferry with your rental car. Thanks for watching.